First, I would like to start by asking, who here likes to watch movies?
Yes.
Yes, then you will have interest in this one. And because for my senior project, I decided to create promotional videos for Ball High School by following a few outdoor athletics, mix around during the fall, and make a video out of it. But as part of that project, I had to answer a question. How has cinematography, or filmmaking, evolved over the past few years? And I would like to take this time to answer that question. So, in the beginning, that is literally all you would see for a film, from just the train coming in. But a few years later, they started working in good plots using freakish masks, as claymated monkeys, or even lizard costumes, maybe something out of my wardrobe even.
Wasp Woman, King Kong, and Godzilla.
But there was still another problem with this one. They lacked depth. They were too two-dimensional. So they started using angles by moving the camera around and to portray psychological interpretations of it. For example, you would use low angles to show strength or power to something, high angles to show weakness or loss of power, film close to show strength, film from a distance to show that you're imprisoned. And they even made up this angle called the oblique angle. It's when the camera would be tilted slightly like this. It's usually used to help portray confusion or loss of understanding. Very good for plot twists. Cartoons were also very popular because they helped create a world of wacky, zany craziness. A few years later, they get more detailed because they're trying to mimic reality. And you couldn't get more reality than in the real world. Claymation was also very popular in the beginning, because it was like cartoons, created crazy magic, but just not as wacky. Very popular for the holiday specials. But for sci-fi, they were sometimes used as marionettes. I know it sounds a bit medieval times, but it was actually very amazing effects that they could portray. But stop-motion animation didn't really get a real big boom until The Nightmare Before Christmas came to town. That's because no film before had ever been done to this level, because they were all at max an hour or to a half hour long. Animation is also one of the most popular things because it was a replacement for cartoons. Since they were like reality, only a bit more diverse. But it was very popular to use as background. First attempts, a bit shaky. A few years later, a bit better, but they still had some problems. And so they started just using brief cuts. And today, practically reality. Anyway, today's films are so good because as they go more in depth with the characters than previous attempts. So the directors tend to focus more on the characters than how they're presented. And they try to go more in depth to each character's head to help flesh them out. They start playing with good and bad, and like Maleficent. And they're even trying to incorporate this idea of the next generation of the characters. Yes. And now back to my project. For the project, I followed soccer, field hockey, football, cross country, in a large club, of hoods and jesses, and tried to incorporate them into a video that I'm hoping will help promote Bow High School. And I would also like to take this minute to thank Miss Dustin and for allowing me to perform this project, Mr. Dixon, and for allowing me to work in the film lab and his advice in filmmaking, and just all the people who are involved in film for their excellent ideas and visions that's given to us. Thank you all for your time, and I hope you enjoy your day. Thank you.